Thank you. In football, Manchester United crushed Fulham to reach the FA Cup semi-finals, and despite a gold medal win in Turin, Dwayne Chambers is dropped from Great Britain's relay team. But first, this weekend saw 3 teams book their places in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. David Moyes said it was an angry dressing room talk that motivated his side to an inspired comeback over Middlesbrough yesterday. Second half goals from Marouane Fellaini and substitute Louis Saha gave Everton a 2-1 win. It's the first time the Toffees have reached the semi-finals since they won the FA Cup in 1995. And they'll play Manchester United in the semis. United beat Fulham 4-0 on Saturday, goals from Wayne Rooney, Ji-sung Park and 2 from Carlos Tevez, giving the Red Devils a comfortable victory. Meanwhile, Arsenal are through to the quarter-finals after beating Burnley 3-0. Carlos Vela, Eduardo and Emmanuel Abue got goals for the Gunners, and Arsenal will now face Hull in the quarter-finals, with the winner of that match squaring up to Chelsea in the semis. And as mentioned before, Everton will face Manchester United, both semi-finals to be played at Wembley. Closer to home now, and Plymouth Argyle drew 2-2 with Reading in the Coca-Cola Championship, leaving the Pilgrims 17th in the table. In Division 1 of the BGB Southern League, Truro City's 12-match unbeaten run came to an end when they lost 2-0 to Beaconsfield. City have now slipped from 1st to 3rd in the league. In the South West Peninsula Football League, Falmouth Town drew 1-1 with Liskeard. It was another busy weekend for local rugby too. Our reporter Dan Wimbush went to the Camborne Rec to experience his very own Cornish day out.
It's a lovely spring day. I'm off to take in some rugby. Why don't you join me?
Did nothing, sleeping, thinking, hanging around.
I'm here at the Camborne Rec to see the Cornish Pirates take on the Bedford Blues, but I think I'm in need of some pre-match refreshment. I went to one of the bars to sample the pre-match atmosphere and asked some of the fans why they'd come out today.
Just the atmosphere. It's a really good atmosphere here, and I'd recommend everyone get off their bums and come and watch a real rugby match.
Fresh air, a bit of entertainment, see some decent players kick the ball around. Yeah, that's all right.
Well, sort of the crowd and the match and the pasties and the camaraderie, team spirit.
But for some fans, there was only going to be one winner. With conditions far from ideal, there wasn't much excitement on the field in a scrappy first half, leaving some of the crowd to make their own entertainment. And as the half-time whistle blew, it was time for some of the fans to refuel, Cornish style. But in the second half, the home side did give the supporters something to cheer as Tom Rees scored this try to put the Pirates into the lead. But sadly it wasn't to be, as Cornish hearts were broken 5 minutes from time when this Bedford penalty gave the visitors the win. So the result sent the players and some of the fans home a little disappointed. But even a defeat couldn't spoil an otherwise great day out. This is Dan Wimbush for Live at 5 Sport.
The Bedford Blues beating the Cornish Pirates 6-5 there. There were mixed fortunes for the other local sides too. Redruth narrowly beat Cinderford 25-20 on Saturday and remain at the top of League 2. Cornish All Blacks beat Blaydon 10-7, but sadly Mounts Bay went down 55-21 away to Blackheath. In cricket, England's Stuart Broad has criticised the Caribbean pitches. The pace bowler said, "The wickets have been overly flat. It's not been a fair battle between bat and ball and it doesn't make for exciting cricket." The attack on the pitches comes after England failed to enforce the follow-on in the 5th Test in Trinidad yesterday. The game now looks set for a draw, which would hand the home side a 1-0 series win. The West Indies resumed today on 349 for 4. And finally, in athletics, Dwayne Chambers seems unable to put his drugs ban past behind him. Chambers scooped a gold medal in the European Indoor Championships yesterday, but he's been dropped from Great Britain's relay team for August's World Championships. UK Athletics chief Charles Van Comeny says the decision to drop Chambers from the 4x100 metres team had nothing to do with the release of Chambers' autobiography, which comes out today. The sprinter tested positive for a banned steroid in 2003 and was out of the sport for 2 years. That's it for now, back to you two.